Family and friends, party people, mischief makers, welcome to Farm & Co, where today you have the privilege of witnessing the beginning of a new marriage. And in the words of a good friend of mine, Dr. Seuss, sometimes you will never know the value of a moment until it becomes a memory. And that's exactly what we are creating today. A new marriage and a whole bunch of memories that all of you are a part of. So sit back and enjoy this love story. Now this story began 6.5 years ago when they met traditionally online with 2 swipes right, and it was an instant match. They had a brief chat and then they ignored each other for a whole week. The chance swipes happened at the right time because Monica was done with the app, and if Brad didn't ask her out for coffee, the odds of it being deleted were high. And first impressions, they count. Brad was immediately blown away by how gorgeous she is. They had a pretty instant, strong connection. Intellectually, immediate attraction, and he could see himself being with her straight away. This led to him being a little nervous, a bit of a nervous wreck for date 1. So much so that after their first date, he was asking for the second, and all one could see is the little 3 dots bouncing around. It was midnight at this time when they swiped right, and the conversation, it was conversational. Nothing that blew her away, but there were no red flags, so that was a tick in her books. When they first met at a cafe called Little Palms in Christchurch on April 25th, 2018, she was incredibly nervous, but remembers Brad being just as nervous, which calmed her down. He was tall, with sparkling green eyes, and he had a smile that calmed her down all at the same time and made her smile too. The date was coffee, but she also knew that she could trust him from day one. Their bond over coffee, travel and a desire to achieve large goals, and taking the views of the Avon River were everything. They worked out pretty quickly, they had a lot in common. And while the date was only 45 minutes, they both wanted to know more. By June 6, 2018, they'd become Facebook official. But of course, to be here today, there had to be a proposal. And it all began with a statement to Brendan and Tracy. Well, Bradley and Monica were visiting them at the same time. When Monica went outside, he simply said, "I love your daughter. I respect both of you, and I plan on marrying her." Over in Singapore when we arrived. There was no question, it never had to be asked. It was purely straight after, hugs, and if I knew this was the right thing to happen. By 2022, they were finally ready to leave for a new trip to Vietnam via Singapore. And that's where we arranged a cute picnic, and the nerves are flowing. The photography session had been arranged, and as the session happened, and they were getting their photos taken, the ultimate question was asked. And he may have muddled through the words, but the intent was there. And of course, he got his yes.
Monica, 2,413 days ago, I walked into a small coffee shop, not knowing that in a single moment, my entire life would change. Since that day, you've been my partner in adventure, my confidant, and my best friend. We have travelled 119 days together across 16 different countries, exploring new places and making memories that I'll carry forever. 1,155 of those days, we've shared joy, pride, and sometimes the chaos of being poor into our beloved Finnley, building our little family along the way. Every single one of those days has shown me something new about you, your kindness, your strength, your humour, and your endless patience. And through each of those days, both beautiful and challenging, I've come to love you more deeply than I've ever imagined was possible. You've taught me what it truly means to love and to be loved, and there's no one else whom I'd rather walk through this life.
Look at each other gently, easily and softly. Think about the happiness you're feeling in this place, in this moment. Let that feeling register with you both in your heart. And anytime you have a rough day or you need a moment together, think about this moment. And now we can kiss. Ladies and gentlemen, the world's newest, most fabulous married couple, you may kiss!
Brad. The quickest way to summarise how I knew you were the right person for me is by sharing a story from earlier in our relationship. We were driving with Tessa and happened to be talking about my Nanny Reid. I happened to be talking about Nanny Reid, who had been one of my biggest supporters in life. You had asked what she was like, and Tessa said she would have liked you. And she was right. You were everything I looked up to my Nana for. You were kind, loyal, caring, understanding. You make me laugh, and you're always willing to see or find the best in everyone. I knew as early as our third date that you were the one I wanted to marry. I felt so lucky that someone would plan a date like this for me. We were sitting under a tree looking out at the water as the sun set on Diamond Harbour, waiting for our ferry to take us back to Littleton. I remember looking into your green eyes and feeling like I had found my home. It was the most Taylor Swift song moment of my life. I love your smile, your bear hugs, how you twirl me around when you feel like it's needed, the way you make me feel when it feels like the world is crashing down on top of me. I love your genuine appreciation of any place we've explored. I love your soul and the way that you make me believe I can do anything if you are there. I love the life we are building together, and I'm so excited to be your wife, your partner in crime for life, to grow our family, and I'm looking forward to hearing you call me wifey when it's actually correct to do so. Thank you for loving me for who I am, as I am, and for making me feel worthy of love every single day. I love you and I like you, Brad.